Hi, my name is Paul Kautza. I'm the Director of Education for TDWI, and we're here in San Diego at our World Conference, and I'm fortunate enough to be joined by Krish Krishnan, who is President and Founder of Sixth Sense Advisors. Krish, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
And Krish is one of the leading thought experts in big data. You've written at least one book. I know you've got a couple more in the works, and you've spent a lot of time really understanding all aspects of big data. And you're going to be back here. You're teaching for me this week, but you're also going to be back here October, I think it's 15th through 18th.
Yes.
In San Diego to do 4 full days on the whole spectrum of big data. You've got 4 separate classes.
Yes.
And one of them is building the business case for big data, I believe. Then you have one on
big data analytics.
Big data analytics.
The third is big data maturity models. And the fourth is integrating big data into the data warehouse.
So can you just give the people just a flavor for what that week might look like and why they might want to consider if they're looking at big data implementations in their organization, where some of those pieces might fit and what they would get out of that week?
Absolutely, absolutely, Paul. These 4 classes are a part of a series that TDWI is expanding on big data. And if you look at our website at tdwi.org, you will see the description of the classes by themselves. But in a nutshell, the building the business case for big data is a class that's going to talk about real life scenarios of how companies decided to jump into this wave of big data. And we're not going to talk about Facebook or Google or Amazon. Those are case studies that everybody talks about these days. We're going to talk about some lesser Fortune 100 companies that really don't come out in the public and declare what they do on data in this particular class. And we're going to discuss about how they took this decision, what was the prompt that made the executives jump in and say, yes, we will support this, and how the business went about with IT, building the business case and winning the battle to say that with big data, how they could change the business and capture more value that they drive through products and services in the industry today. The next class is going to be on building the big data analytics, which is today considered to be the hottest technology trend. And everybody who is in analytics know how tough analytics is in the first place. With big data, you have more data, you have more velocity of data, different kinds of data. So we're going to talk about what is the analytical model for big data going to look like? What is metadata got to do in this environment? How would you build a foundational block that could become more of an enterprise adapter, if you will, to be able to provide services and analytics? The third class is big data maturity model, which is going to be fundamentally based on TDWI's big data maturity model, which I am very proud to be a co-author of. This maturity model is going to talk about the different stages of an enterprise as it comes through big data journey, and how would you start as a nascent. Doing a couple of proof of concepts would make you a nascent player in the big data space. So how do you go from that point to become an expert organization or a visionary? What are the things that you will need to do across not just data as a platform? What do you need to do across governance, across infrastructure, across sponsorship, across getting people in the organization completely up and running on big data platforms, which means it's new skill sets. How do you de-skill, re-skill? How do you actually look at bringing in big data in such a way that it is not disruptive, but at the same time it is game changing? So that is the feature of this particular class. And we actually did this class in Chicago, and the audience was very, very appreciative of what TDWI has done for the big data maturity model and gave us a lot of feedback, which will be incorporated in this particular class. The last class is basically on big data as a journey, where we're going to talk about an end-to-end spectrum of big data as an enterprise information management organization, big data as a governance model, big data as security, big data in terms of robustness, in terms of data maturity, in terms of MDM, data governance. So you can throw the rest of what we do in data warehousing and BI as a bucket in this class, but we'll have to touch upon all those artifacts. So those are the 4 days, and anybody who is attending either all the 4 days would be benefited because they would then have a holistic experience of how to actually build a big data platform, what are the key technologies to look at, what are some of the architectural issues that they will run into, and how to actually measure their maturity, right? I mean, the maturity model is going to be the living and breathing piece in this entire set of classes. If somebody comes only for 3 days or 2 days or 1 day, depending on however they want to attend, they would then pick that particular subject and focus on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think I'm very excited about the series because whether you've just trying to think about getting into big data, whether you've been in a little bit and trying to figure out where you are from maturity cycle, and I think it would be an excellent opportunity to spend 4 days and really deep dive in the whole all the aspects of big data, and with your team, with whoever you can bring along, because I think part of this is the business side of it, part of it's the technology side of it, so the gamut. So if you're interested in taking a real deep dive in big data, come join Krish October 15th through 18th right here in San Diego, and you can find more information at tdwi.org. With that, thank you, Krish. I'm Paul Kautza, and you guys have a good day.